welcome to Module 15, Complete Career Roadmap for International Pilots. Today, we are exploring the complete career roadmap for international pilots. For many, the dream of flying starts with a simple look at the sky, but the professional reality is far more complex. We're going to break down the entire trajectory from your very first day as a student aviator all the way to taking command of a global airline fleet. Think of this session as your master flight plan for a career without borders. Every successful flight requires a series of waypoints, and your career is no different. We've structured this journey into 3 distinct phases. Waypoint 1 is the takeoff, where we focus on building your foundational skills and kinetic energy. Waypoint 2 is the climb, where we shift from local skills to global strategy and regulatory mobility. Finally, Waypoint 3 is cruising altitude, where we look at long-term growth and leadership in the airline industry. Let's start at the beginning of the runway. Phase 1 is all about clearing the runway. It's important to understand that reaching the right seat of a commercial airliner isn't just about logging hours, it's about alignment. You start with ground school, mastering the physics and meteorology that keep you safe. Your first solo flight is a psychological milestone, breaking the friction of the status quo. From there, your goal is the private pilot license, which serves as the essential gateway to all professional operations. As you begin your climb profile, the difficulty increases. This stage is a balance between altitude, which represents your certifications, and forward velocity, which represents your flight hours. You'll face the instrument rating hurdle, transitioning from flying by sight to flying solely by instruments. Then comes the jump to multi-engine aircraft. Remember, career growth here isn't linear. It's a series of steep, resource-intensive climbs, followed by plateaus where you must patiently accumulate hours toward that 1,500-hour ATPL threshold. One of the biggest decisions you'll make is whether to follow a domestic or an international trajectory. While a domestic path offers more predictability and local hubs, the international path provides unparalleled regulatory agility. By aligning with ICAO global standards, you open doors to tax-free expatriate packages and the chance to fly heavy metal, wide-body jets on long-haul routes across multiple continents. It's a trade-off between the comfort of the known and the rewards of the global market. To maintain forward velocity, you need a strategy for building hours. Flight instruction is the traditional engine, reinforcing your own theory while you build command time. However, don't overlook aerial work like survey or pipeline patrol, which sharpens your hands-on flying skills. For those seeking a competitive edge, bush flying in remote regions builds a kind of exceptional short-field and crosswind proficiency that international recruiters absolutely love to see on a resume. Now we enter Phase 2, International Aviation Career Strategy. At this point, you have the license, so your hands-on flying ability is assumed. Your new limitation is regulatory strategy. You must stop thinking of the cockpit as just a physical space and start seeing it as part of a global geopolitical map. Success here depends on how well you can move your credentials across borders. This brings us to navigating the regulatory bridge. The world of aviation is divided between major authorities like the FAA and EASA, all linked by the ICAO framework. To be a truly global pilot, you must learn to cross-credit your hours and pass region-specific exams. Holding dual licenses isn't just a flex. It exponentially increases your hiring surface area, making you an asset in virtually any market worldwide. Strategic aviators follow the money and the metal. You shouldn't wait for a hiring wave at home. You should track where the aircraft are actually being delivered. Currently, the Middle East is a hub for wide-body expansion. Latin America is seeing a boom in regional connectivity, and the Asia-Pacific region is the powerhouse for low-cost carrier growth. By positioning yourself where the fleet is growing, you ensure your career never stalls. When it comes to type ratings, think like an economist. Track A, the A320 or B737 families, offers high liquidity. These are the workhorses that get you a job almost anywhere fast. Track B, the heavy metal, like the A350 or B787, offers better pay and lifestyle, but has a higher barrier to entry. Never fund a rating based on emotion or what looks cool. Always align your rating with the fleet orders in your target region. Phase 3 is long-term career growth. Reaching the right seat of an airliner is a massive achievement, but it's actually just the end of the climb. To thrive at your cruising altitude, you must shift your mindset. It's no longer just about tactical execution of a flight. It's about shifting toward long-term leadership, mastery, and professional insulation. A senior pilot's career is multidirectional. You should aim for technical mastery and command leadership as you transition to the left seat. But also consider expanding your perimeter. Become a simulator instructor or transition into airline management. By pushing your expertise into training and operations, you protect your career against the volatility of the industry. If the hiring market dips, your management or instruction skills keep you indispensable. As you progress, your operational impact scales. Initially, as a first officer, your impact is limited to a single flight. As an instructor, you shape the safety culture for hundreds of pilots. Eventually, as a fleet manager or director of operations, you dictate the strategic direction of the entire airline. Realize that your career path can lead from the flight deck to the boardroom, influencing global regulatory compliance and aircraft procurement. To summarize, the International Pilots Triad consists of regulatory versatility, strategic geography, and type rating economics. An elite career isn't just about being a great stick and rudder pilot. It is found at the intersection of these three pillars. When you have the freedom to move, the location to grow, and the right ratings for the fleet, you become a global commander. My final piece of advice: stop just logging hours and start building a strategy. The space between your first solo and the left seat of a heavy jet is vast and competitive. If you treat aviation as just a series of tests to pass, you will always be one step behind those who treat it as a global strategic mission. Module 15 is complete. You are now clear for departure on your global career journey. Good luck!
Dreaming of flying across the world? Not just India, but Paris, London, Dubai. An EASA license is your passport to global skies. Recognized in 31 countries and accepted by airlines worldwide. Train in Europe with modern aircraft, multicultural exposure, and the world's highest safety standards. And yes, you can always convert back to DGCA if you choose to return. Confused about costs, universities, or visa process? We're here to help for free. Hurry! Click the link below to register for your free one-on-one consultation today. Limited seats available. Your global cockpit awaits. Worldwide.